Quick one from both of you gentlemen about that slightly controversial moment, if you could call it that, the Surya Kumar Yadav catch that was looked at a million times, as was Adil Rashid later on. David Malan, is it about the soft signal? Is it about the camera angle? Zaheer, I'll come to you first.
Soft signal is key, and I think that's a fair call there. The umpires are there in the middle. The square leg umpire would have had a decent view at that catch, and that's why the soft signal. So once you've made that soft signal, it actually becomes easier for the third umpire to judge, because these camera angles can be tricky. And in the past also we've seen some demonstrations of that. Where in the grass, actually, with the angles of the camera, it seems like the ball is touching the ground, but at times it's not. Even if your fingers are below the ball, it gives you the impression that the ball is touching the ground or the grass, but the fingers are actually underneath that. So give that benefit of doubt. It makes it easier for third umpire to go for a conclusive evidence, which helps you or prevent that mishap from happening. So in today's case also, I'll back the soft signal, because the umpires are in the middle, they have the close proximity view, and you have to back them.
Also, Michael, is it maybe a situation of trying to get some kind of a catch cam maybe? Because broadcasters have concluded that the long lens, the higher angle, is not ideal to see whether fingers are under the ball or not. So is that possibly technology can intervene sometime in the future?
Yeah, you'll have to ask someone more qualified than me in technology to answer that. Two things. I thought David Malan took that catch, but I'm totally with Zaheer Khan. The foreshortening of the camera and the angle. We've seen Tony Gregg many years ago do a demonstration where he had his hands on the ground and he had the ball in the palm of his hand, and the camera angle from quite high up, which they are in cricket stadiums, and the angle looked like the ball had bounced on the grass. So I do think David Malan caught that ball today. I completely understand what happened in terms of the third umpire. Once that soft signal had been given out, he had to give it out because he didn't have enough evidence to prove that he hadn't caught it. I just don't like the soft signal out in the middle for catches on the boundary. I get those soft signals around the bat when umpires are 22 yards away, and it's hard enough to get a decision right from 22 yards away, never mind 80 yards away. So I personally would get rid of the soft signal to catches on the outer boundary, because I just don't see how an umpire can be sure one way or the other that he can give it out or not out from such a distance away. So I'd be having a look at that if I was the ICC, to whether we should just clear out the soft signal. You just go upstairs to the third umpire. What can you see? Is it a catch or is it not? And let the third umpire decide on those boundary catches like we saw today.